Welcome to our next episode on transmuting your body into a powerhouse. Now, we've been talking about this for quite some time. Hopefully, you're following along. And one of the things we want to talk about today that's vitally important is that you need to search for trustworthy information and guidance. Is it easy to find trustworthy information and guidance in today's world?
No, it's pretty tough.
It's pretty tough. So how do you do that?
Yeah. You discern.
You discern. You do a lot of your own research.
Yes, you stop listening to other people and look for it.
That's
yourself.
Right. You think independently. Mm-hmm. You think uniquely.
Yes.
And let me ask you another question, Bearsbud. Would you ever consider climbing Mount Everest?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, well, let's just do a thought experiment here for a second. Imagine for a moment that you're going to climb Mount Everest. Now, if you wanted to climb Mount Everest, what would you make sure that you had?
A helicopter.
No, that's not climbing. You're going to climb. What would you make sure you had?
I'd probably have a guide.
A guide.
An expert.
A guide. You want someone who's done it before, who's been there and can say, watch out for that crevice right there and step over this pit and put your foot here and there. You know, we all need guides. And so here's the conundrum. How do we find a good guide? Someone who has the experience and is trustworthy. Well, that's what we're talking about here today. You know, we spoke with a marketing person some months ago, Bearspa and I, and he stated, quote, if someone is going to hire you as a coach, they have to, quote, downgrade their status.
True.
Now, isn't that interesting, though?
I mean, it's a backwards way of thinking.
Why so?
Well, because every great individual that's accomplished big things in life has always had some kind of a mentor or someone they've studied with.
Da Vinci?
Yeah.
Yeah, is a good example. But, you know, this comment, they have to downgrade their status, is indicative of the vast amount of ego that most people have in today's world.
Sure.
You know, it really, here's the fact, contrary to popular opinion, it takes a certain amount of confidence and awareness to realize that you need some help.
Yes.
Do you need help, Bearsba?
Yes. A lot.
We all need help, myself included, at some point in our lives, if not ongoing. And again, when you're moving into unchartered territory, we used Mount Everest as an example, It's wise to have someone there to mentor you who has been there before. That just makes sense. To think that you don't need any outside input is extreme ignorance and it's arrogance,
Sure.
which are really close cousins. You know, even the best of mentors need mentors and coaches. To think you don't is just straight up illusion.
Yeah.
So that being said, as we started off, it's vitally important that you choose someone with the life experience where you're going and what you choose to achieve. And I know that makes sense to you. This does not come from being the best marketer. It doesn't come from reading a lot of books. You know, professors are called professors for a reason. They're profess. They're not necessarily doers. Now, there may be some exceptions, but they're professors. And, you know, how many books have you read on gourmet cooking, Bearsba?
Quite a few.
Quite a few. Is that how you became a gourmet cook?
No, I did it by doing it in the kitchen.
Yes, and she is, by the way, in my humble opinion, eating daily. She is a heck of a cook. And the way she did it got there is by doing work in the kitchen. So it wasn't just reading the books.
No, you got to put it into practice.
You got to put it into practice. You have to cut some vegetables, cut some meat, follow some of the recipes, make a lot of mistakes. And remember that pizza you made for us once?
One time something went bad. Forever.
All the years we've been together, almost 13 years, she's made one meal that was a flop. And I have nothing else. So I have to kind of
That's okay.
Pull that card out once in a while. I want a mentor who's made plenty of mistakes
Yes.
and has the scars to prove it. Don't tell me about your successes. I'm not impressed. Tell me about the times that life kicked you down and knocked you out and you got back up.
Yeah.
Please emblazon this on your mind. Your scars are a symbol of your strength. That's a fact.
True.
So one of the fundamental principles regarding getting trustworthy guidance is to choose carefully who you're going to listen to. If you listen to anyone and everyone, you're going to get nowhere but the land of confusion. And hopefully that makes sense to you. Think about this. If you were to ask 10 successful people in 10 different industries how to be successful, how many likely answers would you get?
10.
10 different answers. And so now you're just confused. In the age of information overload in which we live, when it comes to life and health advice, which we're talking about here, turning your body into a powerhouse, it's imperative to listen to credible sources.
Yeah.
Don't tell me how to be healthy and eat your fake meat when you have a muffin top and man boobs. And I won't name names, but seriously, if you're critically out of shape and you obviously have no evidence of health and vitality within who you are and how you show up, then please don't inform me about healthy living.
Sure.
We want someone who walks the talk, as they say. So you need good information regarding health and living the life you deserve. This requires you do your own research.
Yes.
It's not fun.
No.
But it's worth it that you think independently, you think for yourself, and you never take anything at face value. In a world of lies, misinformation, AI, deep fakes, I can't tell you how many times I see something on the rare occasions that I go on to social media, and I think it's real. And then Bersabeh goes, that's not real. No, because she knows graphics. And she goes, that's a fake. That's a fake. You have to be on your guard. If you don't have a Bersabeh, then you have to be on your guard. So stay informed and make educated decisions about your life and your health. Your body will thank you and your life will thank you. Thank you so much for a couple of moments of your day. See you next week. God bless.